Hi guys, welcome back to Lunatic Astrology. I'm your astrologer, Lori Luthy, and today we are talking about Venus. Yay, Venus. There she is. Exalted in Pisces. Hallelujah. Here she comes. She comes through Pisces about once a year. And this is where she's super powerful, super over the top, super amazing, super luscious, super yum. And this exaltation status is different than a dignified planet. We're going to tell you more about that in a minute. It's a great placement if you need a beauty treatment, you want to get rich, you want to go over the top in your creativity. And she's moving through the sign of Pisces. And she's starting that journey on April the 5th and finishes on May the 2nd. And why it's so important is she's doing a journey through a sign that she, yes, goes through once a year. But this time Jupiter is here, and Jupiter is at home and dignity, lording over his castle, and she's going for a visit. And she does that once every 12 years. That's how often that thing happens. But add to that Neptune's also co-present, sitting in Pisces. He's going through his long journey since 2012 through that sign. And now it's so rare. We haven't seen the three of them hang out together in Jupiter's mansion since April of 1856. So I want to tell you guys, it's a really cool sky. And I'm going to cover all signs. We're going to talk about how this might work for you based on your rising sign. You can also listen for your sun or moon. I'll make some general comments in the beginning about how I think it might serve the collective as well. Now, I'm trying to honor Venus because I got my fancy Venus earrings by a wonderful designer here in Vancouver. I'll put a link to her Etsy store below. I adore these earrings. I wear them all through the Venus retrograde season when Venus is retrograding through Capricorn. And I'm trying to honor her by, I'm going to do this with you guys. I'm going to open this can of apple cider. It's the end of my workday. It's almost 4:30. I love this apple cider. It's a local one, and it's made in near Vancouver, Canada. And it's not only is it happy organic or whatever else, but it's actually unfiltered and refined in the can. So it's made. This is a alcohol apple cider, just so you know. But don't worry, I haven't been drinking before we got together. And here's my champagne flute. Why am I doing this? Because Venus loves pleasure, chocolate, beauty, diamonds, fancy things, emerald green, whatever. And I'm giving her a little love because this is April 3rd that I'm recording. And on April 5th, the day after my birthday, I'm turning 60 years old. I know I haven't had plastic surgery, but I'm recording in front of a big window. Lighting helps. And I'm not wearing any makeup other than my lipstick and a little foundation to even out my nose. Because people ask me, what are you doing? I'm just living pretty healthy, I think, and good genes. So now I'm going to pour this, and then we're going to talk about your sign and what it means. And as I open this thing, guess what? Kourtney Kardashian is an amazingly, yes, a Venus exalted energy. And so is Kristen Stewart, the actress who played in the Twilight series with that over-the-top love story with a vampire. And so was Vincent van Gogh, the famous artist who everyone knows cut off his ear. You know, talk about creativity, expressiveness over the top. Also, his stuff is like Starry Night, fantastical and dreamy. And Venus in Pisces is in a transcendent, mystical place. And in ancient Vedic astrology, I'm going to toast Venus. This was also exciting because Venus exalted there was like almost like holy divine intoxication, leaning into sainthood, looking for ecstatic connection with God. And therefore they say in Vedic astrology that if you marry a woman who has got an exalted Venus, she's going to be very picky and may not want to go to the bedroom that often. She really wants to be married to God. So there's a kind of holy divine ecstasy and revelry with her. She is very picky. Clients I have who are women with Venus exalted in Pisces are actually very, very picky about their sexual relationships. So Kourtney Kardashian is known, for instance, for her beauty with her sisters and questions about did she have a butt cheek lift and all of the stuff. She declares that's not true, but who knows? Over-the-top surgery, plastic surgery could be very much a Venus story as well. Marilyn Manson, the rock star guy with all the heavy-duty makeup, extraordinary, extreme energy. Again, another example of this exaltation. And let me see if there's anyone else I forgot. Michelle Obama. She's elegant and quite refined, actually, but she is an exalted Venus as well. Now, don't forget every one of these stars I'm telling you about that I'm coming up with. Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh my God, what a beautiful woman she is. Scooching through a list of people in my back end. Oh, Victoria Beckham, the fashionable fashion girl who's married to that famous soccer player. George Harrison, of course, one of the Beatles would be one of those dudes. And, you know, George Harrison, I think, was very much a mystical singer, songwriter, artist in terms of the kinds of songs that he was creating that would put him in touch with the spiritual side of Venus. Now, I always mix up my Beatles and which songs each one created, so I'm not going to try to remember his songs. Some of you can tell me in the comments who that might be. John Travolta, who played, of course, in that musical, the Grease musical, made into a movie vibe. And of course, Saturday Night Fever. These are all very beautiful examples of an exalted Venus energetically, in my humble opinion. I'm trying to find more men, so sorry I'm having trouble. Edgar Cayce used to channel things for people while he was a sleeping prophet. You know, Venus exalted in Pisces. John Bon Jovi. I'm just scanning through some names. Okay, let's forget about the famous people and let's go ahead and talk about you, because you count. Let me toast Venus. I've been holding this glass forever as I scan through exalted Venus celebrities. Okay, exalted Venus coming through in April. I need a haircut. Wouldn't mind a date. A good massage, etc. Thank you, exalted Venus going through my second house of money. I'm up Aquarius rising. Wouldn't mind a little windfall as well, or a big chunk of moolah. Oh my God, it's so good. It's like, tastes like you're drinking an apple off of an apple tree. Alrighty. So let's talk about everything. What's Venus going to do when she goes through the sky? She's going to bump into a few characters. There's all really good shit, though. She's going to sextile Uranus on April 16th. Uranus in Taurus, her home sign, who's kind of doing double duty. Whatever she wants, he will do, because it's her kingdom, the kingdom of Taurus. She's sextiling from the kingdom of Jupiter. Jupiter is at home with her in Pisces. On the 17th of April, this sextile at 13 degrees. Oh my gosh, if you have any planets, guys, 13 degrees of Pisces or 13 degrees of Taurus, or especially rising sign and sun, big booms of energy here for you. Sudden exciting developments. Chunks of money flying in, sudden love is blossoming, unexpected beauty, creativity, art, and transcendent connection to the divine. All kinds of things can happen. We'll check your sign. I'll let you know how that will work out, maybe for you. And then later on, she's sort of getting closer to Neptune, working her way across the Pisces Sea, taking a lap swim gently. Maybe she's not on a lap. She's probably on a yacht. Basically, she's exalted Venus, and her yacht is going over to Pisces, the sea god, sitting in the sign of Pisces, probably sitting on a little mini kingdom, big rock island that he owns. And along she comes and meets him around April the trying to read my hand notes, 27th. And so this is a very important energy of her connecting with Neptune, the sea god. It's very mermaidy. You know, exalted Venus meets with Neptune on a rocky island together, or a big island in the Piscean Sea. High art, beautiful creations, transcendent love, downloading big things from beyond you. In fact, I'm going to grab my Venus Neptune book by Ren Butler and give you what he says about it. No, I'll wait for just the Venus Neptune video. And then later on, she will keep moving down the line. And the day after, a couple days after, on the April 30th, she connects with Jupiter. Boom, luck, big love, lucky breaks, expansion of your money, expansion of your love stories. Just a beautiful energy. It is a planetary war as well, minor detail, but for most of us, we'll experience it as a positive development. And then finally, she rounds it all out on May the 1st by sextiling Pluto power in Capricorn. Venus is doing her thing in Pisces. This could be a very up level for your power, your wealth, your things you want to make real in the world and tangible, coming from your imagination. So now I'm going to do all signs. There's a lot going on here during this transit. I'm going to focus, because in mid-month and stuff, I'll be doing each of these all over again. But when you get the lay of the land, where in your life is this Venus blessing you in a way she hasn't done since 1856, because not only is Jupiter at home there, manning the kingdom and helping everybody get along really well, but Neptune is there as well. So this is such an enchanted energy field that she's going through, a kind of a rainbows and unicorns and pots of gold and all kinds of good stuff, 4-leaf clovers maybe, during this time. And so I think this is going to be a breath of fresh air for the world. I think it could bring peace maybe in the Ukraine, or a temporary sense of peace. It certainly feels like freedom from pandemic, more pleasure, more fun, more joy. Jupiter and Pisces, the last time this happened, the pandemic lightened up. But I will say one thing, and I'm crediting Marin Altman, who's another astrologer for this, find that when Jupiter and Neptune came together way the heck back in the Spanish flu, it also was during a time that there was a resurgence of the Spanish flu in pockets around the world. And we're having the BA2 surge right now. But still with Venus there, people are having fun anyway. They're like, it's surging, smurging. Well, I'm going to the bar. Pandemic restrictions are done. People are just done with the pandemic. You know, people are realizing that unless you're at the Omicron level, very elderly, immune compromised, maybe suffering from serious comorbidities, you're getting a really bad cold, and not even that bad. My daughter just had Omicron and her boyfriend, and she had Delta before that, and she's vaccinated. And she said, Mom, I had a worse head cold in November than Omicron. So just telling you what I'm experiencing straight up. Okay. Let's talk about all signs and go through that story and how this may impact you. I'll touch a little bit on that jolt around April 17th, but I'll go into much more depth during my mid-month video. But I want to give you the flavor of what is this delightful, hallelujah, Venus, exalted in Pisces transit. Okay. Seriously, I haven't opened a can before now. Let's get rolling. And don't forget, please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and help my channel grow, especially subscribing. I'm almost at 4,000 subscribers. I'm 30 away. The day I record this, the day before my 60th birthday. I went from 3,000 to 4,000 subscribers in like 2 months. I'm really hoping I can keep up that pace. It's really exciting for me as I grow this channel, and I love doing these videos for you guys. Second of all, check my description box below. If you sign up for my newsletter, the Cosmic Moonshine newsletter, it goes out every Sunday, gives you the forecast of the sky ahead in written form, content you won't find on here. It's free. You get a free gift from me of a 30% discount code for any reading off with me, usable forever. And right now, the other free gift is until April 21st. If you sign up, you get my 12 all sign videos. 12 videos for every single sign, rising sun and moon forecast. Each video is 60 minutes long. These were for sale for $47 for the bundle and $15 per video. You're getting the whole thing for free. You can keep it forever. It's all yours. Share with your friends and family. See what the forecast is for the rest of 2022 for you. Why not? It's my way of saying thank you for signing up for my newsletter. Trying to get my newsletter to 1,000 subscribers, and at 950 as a day of this recording. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about the all signs. So do you guys want to see the sky first? Just a quickie. Alrighty. There's the sky. All right. I just put a minimal number of planets in there, but you can see in general, this is closer to the end of the month that I have it set for, that Venus is hanging out there. She's been traveling through this part of the sky, and she's got the Neptune-Jupiter contact behind her. She's loving up a sextile to Pluto as well. And then you can also see that she's got her little fingers touching down with Uranus, but that's happening around the 17th of April. All right. So you can see that's behind her already because this is cast now for later on. She is trining the nodes, trining and sextiling the nodes of fate during this entire journey as well. That will be on April 27th. In case I got that wrong, yes, it's April 30th. She touches down with Jupiter. She sextiles and trines the nodes on April 27th, and May 1st, she's doing a Pluto dance. Okay, so let's get going because I already got it on May 2nd. Okay, she's getting ready to cross that threshold here. So I'm going to take the sky away and just go back to me in my bubbly, It's not even bubbly, I have to say. It's just tasty. All right, Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign. So what Venus is doing is she's gifting you with the grace and the goodness and the love and the beauty and the harmony of your dreams at night and your addictions, part of the sky, your 12th house being transformed. Now, I think if you do have pleasure addictions, and I often say there's a difference between an escapist addiction and a pleasure addiction. Like if you're doing crack cocaine or smoking crack or whatever, this is not anymore a pleasure, it's an escape, right? Or heroin or something like that. But if you sip wine a lot, or you love ice cream, or you can't get enough of your cigars or whatever it is, that's kind of more like a Venus thing, a pleasure addiction. And Venus is going through your house of self-undoing, and she's in a good condition because Jupiter, the Lord of the house, is home. So a lot of you, Aries, sun, moon, but mostly rising signs, will look at letting go or relieving yourself of a pleasure addiction in some fundamental way. Second of all, women who you know who can be in the back end or the behind the scenes of something you're creating or doing can come into your life. And you may be, Venus, taking a super enjoyable, super pleasurable trip to a foreign country or foreign land because of the 12th house having that meaning, and because she's going to be, going through here. It kind of is like spa retreat time. And if you don't go to a foreign land, this just could be very much spa time. If you haven't gone to the spa, getting your hair done, getting your massages, you're going to get back in the groove. That's what I would say, back in the spa groove for a lot of Aries people. And finally, money and revenue from PayPal, Stripe accounts, because it's revenue garnered from foreign shores via barter and trade, picks the heck up. Venus is going to like totally help you come to a new level of success with your finances in that regard, if that's a way that you have encountered money making already, or you could set up a payment processor for the first time. If you've had any female friends that have been missing in action for some reason, not really fully present in your life, I'm wondering if there's some healing here, because Jupiter Venus can bring some kind of expansion of the feminine, expansion of the friendships. And this is a 12th house, so it's very subtle energies. It's on the interior plane, shamanic journey work, meditation, hypnosis, quantum healing hypnosis, all these kinds of woo things happen in the 12th house. So you may be getting some of that. Finally, pay attention to your dreams at night. Venus will bring you very sweet messages from your nocturnal dreams and your daytime daydreams and your meditations. And the god of imagination is Neptune, and he's there with her. So what dreams and visions do you want to imagine into being with the help of Venus, who would bring you ones of love and beauty and creativity and kindness, but also of prosperity? And she will come into contact with Uranus on April 17th. We'll just focus on that one for now. That could be a sudden bolt, a jolt, a boom, a yay moment financially. It has prosperity written all over it. Uranus with the North Node in your second house of earnings, income, possessions, and Venus doing this sort of super sweet dance through the sort of, subtle realms of the sky, could almost do the thing where you do somehow cull something from your deep imagination, and it leads to prosperity around the 17th of April. So I don't know how to explain that for you. I can only make assumptions and imagine how that could work, but it could be a bolt of prosperity in a very powerful and positive way around 17th of April. Not exactly, but around there, give or take a few days, maybe on either side. Let's keep moving through all signs. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising sign. Well, Venus is your woman, right? She's the Lord of you. And therefore, as your number one planet, ruler of your ascendant, or your sun and moon, you're going to find that this is a particularly auspicious April, where Venus is going to be bringing you greater enjoyment and larger sense of connection to groups of belonging and social networks and friendship groups. You just might be having a whole lot of fun in April, like just really kicking it up a notch, because, the social groups and larger networks that she's connecting to as she travels through your 11th house, with Jupiter expanding it and make it even more boisterous. It's just so sweet and so lovely. You also might find that this is your dreams and wishes and hopes for your life. Your fairy godmother lives up here, and Venus is waving a wand, and you might be coming into deeper connection and touch with what some of those deeper aspirations are for your life. And Venus is helping you with imagination, Neptune and Jupiter expansion, to expand your dreams and goals for your life, not to stay too small for that. You could feel very beautiful in the eyes of your friends as well, because this is also affecting your identity. Your ascendant is here on the 17th. Oh, and lastly, great financial gain from one's career. So a promotion, a raise, a reward, a bonus can come as well while she travels to that 11th house. Now, on the 17th or so, around that time, there's that sextile to Uranus in the house of you. This could be a very exciting time with a new female friendship developing, or a sudden pennies from heaven, a windfall of financial gain coming to you and affecting you very directly. Now, if you have your sun, moon, or rising sign around 17 degrees, right, of the sign of Taurus, you're going to feel it a lot more. So let's say 5 degrees on either side of 17, you're really getting a lot of juice in the middle of April regarding what the heck ever is going on here. I'm excited for you. This looks pretty darn cool. By the way, Jupiter is in the house of his joy for you and has been in the house of his joy, your 11th house, since December 29th until May 11th, and then back again October 28th to December 20th. Nothing but goodness while he's going up here, expanding your gains from your career, bringing you lucky money breaks, expanding your social influence and networks, etc. If you want to be famous, Venus, Jupiter, Neptune up here, especially film or movie or art, this is also particularly auspicious for breaking through to celebrity, micro celebrity, or new levels of influence, even fame during the month of April. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. And you are going through a time where you are having the activation. Somebody just tried to come into my Zoom room when I'm recording. That's never happened before in the near recent time. Oh no, I'm on my slow speed internet. I'm going to bump up, but I have a feeling I've been like really sloggy. If that's true, I'm so pissed off. I'm just bumping up mid-recording to the high speed. I bet you any money that's what just happened. That sucks. I apologize for that. If that's true, I hate this apartment. Why would it bump down to the low speed when it's just totally useless? It does it to me all the time, middle of a Zoom call with somebody. Okay. Guys, I'm probably like talking in slow motion for half this thing. I might be re-recording this tomorrow at this rate. All right, let's keep going because I've committed. I'm on commitment now. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. You guys are having the energy of this Venus moving through Aries, Pisces in your 10th house of career. This wakes up career. This opens up the gateway for new developments, to prosper, thrive, be popular, likable, have favors from women in your career during the month of April. Also, you can definitely look at this as being popular in whatever you're doing in your career path as Venus does this transit. But with Neptune and Jupiter, like you are popular on steroids. You are appealing to the public on steroids. You're really moving up a whole new notch, Gemini. Now, if that makes no sense to you and you just have like a normal menial job and you're going, what are you talking about? It's just like, your boss loves you up. A female colleague does you a favor. Okay, so also the other part of the story is you do get a lot of potential allowance for imagination in your work. Like you could be moving into a time in which you're actually able to visualize, imagine what it is you really want to have happen here. And Venus is saying, well, and I can deliver the goods. Do you want more money, more popularity, more perks? Also, the mid-month, April 17th, is going to be about a very exciting and sudden jolt in the career zone connected to your 12th house. And your 12th house is things that you could come up with in a meditation or a dream at night, a pineal gland download. It could be some other kind of thing coming at you from a foreign shore, a foreign land, a spiritual energy as well. But it's really about your career. So whatever's coming out of that weird, supernatural, non-ordinary 12th house with Uranus could be very good for your career and success there. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that and go into more depth on that stuff mid-month in my video just for that aspect. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, you're having this collection of Venus moving through Pisces, meeting up with Jupiter and Neptune, all of that stuff during April 5th to the May 2nd in your 9th house of God and truth and wisdom and religion and spirituality and things like that. Now, hey, this is also court cases. This is also foreign land travel. Certainly some of you, if you have been beleaguered in a court case, Venus is saying, hey, let's love you up here and give you the award and the reward you need. If you wanted to travel to a foreign country and you've been having trouble getting that thing off the ground, you could plan the trip, seal the deal, take off, get ready to go, or go during the month of April. Also, Cancer, this is a higher education house. And if you've been wanting to learn something in a higher education, college or university setting, this applies as well. Venus could give you favors from women. In that setting, if you're already there, your female professor gives you special dispensation, takes you under her wing, loves you up. You could expand through luck in that part of your chart. Just you happen to study the right chapters for your test, and oh my God, you got an A+, and now you're going to be accepted into some other really amazing program because you nailed it. These kinds of things. book publishing belongs to the ninth house. And if that's one of the things you're into, and Venus is up there with Jupiter and Neptune, this is when you need to get that agent, you need to solicit that publisher, or you need to get that baby out in the world, that book. Okay. That's such an auspicious journey for that story. On the middle of the month, on the 17th, Uranus will sextile Venus, and that could lead to a very exciting development of celebrity and popularity about something you're up to in that ninth house. Or it could mean that there's going to be a sudden development from a colleague, a friend, or a larger social group network that positively influences you, that brings you something very powerful and very good in that ninth house. And we're going to be talking more mid-month about it, but the gist is a favor from a friend suddenly out of the blue, a colleague or collegiate or larger social network person suddenly wanting to support or help you, likely female, in a way that's going to amplify success in your chart. And the ninth house is very spiritual in terms of it's the house of God. And who knows, you may get some kind of favors with your church, your synagogue, or your temple coming through at that time. I really can't think of anything bad about this. I just love this energy for you. Nothing, this is such a sweet sky for everyone. Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign, you're going to have this energy of the Venus moving through from the 5th of April to the 2nd of May, your 8th house. Now, money goddess and a money house. Their 8th house monies are your bank loans, your mortgages, your inheritance, your bequeathments, your spouse's money, shared resources. This money is on fire for you. What is she doing here? I have no idea, but it's really good. So you get a money goddess doing a money story, and you've got Jupiter expanding what she's up to, and you've got Neptune giving you, well, sometimes delusion and illusion. Be a little careful that you don't like want to jump on some exalted stock opportunity, investment opportunity, and later on you're going, oh no, you know, what was I thinking? I would say there's a little possibility of that, but I'm more inclined with all the bonification, Venus exalted, Jupiter in dignity, that is likely going to be a stock tip then that would be excellent for you. So Leos, keep your ears and eyes open for that. Your sexuality can belong to the 8th house because it's deep tantra, kinky bondage stuff, deep emotional intimacy and through sexuality, according to modern astrology anyway. I think that could be true. Venus here could mean that you're going to have a very intense sexual encounter or open up your sexual energy to new directions or something like that, especially fantasy and role playing with Neptune there. It certainly looks like a good money outcome on the 17th when there is a sextile to Uranus in your 10th house. However, this money might be coming through your career, something going on in your career and professional direction that sends a jolt of energy to you in your money house. And that development is money is prospering because of a sudden change or direction shift in the career zone of your chart. If you use the internet for your career, this is especially true as well because Uranus is an internet god in your career house. Moving on to Virgo, sun, moon, and rising sign people, you're having this Venus and Jupiter and Neptune moving through your 7th house. Now, Venus is starting on April the 5th and finishes on May 2nd, meeting up with those two, Neptune and Jupiter. And this is auspicious for your love life. If you have a significant other, you're going to go deeper into love, further into love, higher into love, maybe escalate to engagement or moving in or committing vows or getting a wedding date set. It just really loves up the love story of the committed love. If you don't have someone and you're looking for committed love partnership, boy, can this bring it on. I'm not going to get into this now, but especially later in the month when she sextiles Pluto in your romance house. So you're looking at for single Virgos, OMG, love coming through. But if you're already in a relationship, then this is very likely expanding the one that you already have and bringing more joy, play, fun, and pleasure and intense goodness to it. If you want to sign up with a business partner vibe, you want to collaborate, Venus would be that person, likely a female, that you could become involved with to collaborate, partner with, and not do something alone. It would be an auspicious new direction. And last, if you sell your stuff to a marketplace and an audience, and you have to put it out there in your career, or you have to, solicit your services to others, the one-on-one stuff you might do, Venus is giving you a huge amount of window time here in April to really expand that part of your sky and offer you almost like promotional success or advertising savvy or something like that. You're just on super steroids with your ability to be persuasive in that zone. Let's keep going. And I'm still thinking about my video being all wobbly, probably for the first 20 minutes because I had the low speed internet going. How frustrating is that? I'm hoping not. Moving on. The Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Well, Venus is your person, right? So she's a Lord of Libra, ascendant, sun, and moon. So this is like the Tauruses. This is particularly germane to your life. And she's going to be moving in your work house and health house. Now, if you have any health challenges, you've got Jupiter trying to help you here. He's been there since end of December here till mid-May, back again at the end of the year. He'll help you find solutions to heal your health issues. Venus is doubling down on that story. So better health outcomes can happen when she's traveling through your sixth house, and she's got support from Jupiter. So look at April 5th to May 2nd as an improvement of physical health. However, it's also finding pleasurable ways to do that. The foods you actually like to eat that improve your health, the exercise you want to do because you like to do it. Second of all, Venus is going to bring you some Venusian developments in your workplace, a new colleague, coworker, boss, something going on maybe to do with women, positive developments to do with women, a woman in your work career space that's serving you, helping you, expanding you, growing you. So good luck through women in the work environment for a lot of Libras right now. A woman could show you a special favor, promote you, recommend you for promotion, or super support what you're doing in the world in some fundamental way. Okay. Mid-month on the 17th, there's that sextile to Uranus, and it's a money story. Your eighth house is other people's money and bank loans and mortgages and investment strategies, and Venus is in the work house, how that ties together. A work Venus and a Uranus in the eighth house, I'm not sure. A colleague, female work person tells you about an investment strategy, and it's so exciting, you jump on it. There could be some unexpected developments in your finance with Uranus here, but Venus makes the outcomes positive. You might want to partner up with a woman in work and make it more official. And that's another possibility of this. And it would be very auspicious as well. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. So Venus is moving in or through from the 5th of April to the 2nd of May, your fifth house of love, romance, children, sexuality, enjoyment of your life, play, vitality, enthusiasm, money and luck, money luck through gaming, lotteries, windfalls, and stuff like that. Well, guess what? This is good. You should be buying lottery tickets in April. Okay. Don't break the bank, but boy, Scorpios, can you pull that off? You may fall deeply in love with somebody new. If you're single Scorpio and you've got Venus going through your romance house and Jupiter is there expanding it, making it into a big love, Neptune adds soulmate, big love, twin flame love. I think some single Scorpios are meeting the love of their life between April 5th and May 2nd. If you're with someone, it just enhances the pleasure and the fun and the enjoyment of each other. I know my son is a Scorpio rising. He's going to be traveling with his beloved on a getaway during this window of April, and I bet you they're going to have a blast. So watch out for pregnancy, because Venus and Jupiter, to either one, can knock you up, or your wife or husband, or your significant other, not your partner up. So be careful for pregnancy Scorpios, because this is a possibility, and especially with Uranus in sextile to this house from your 7th house of partnership. So for instance, April 17th, you could get notice that you're pregnant, or your partner's pregnant, or that's the date that you get that person pregnant. So be very cautious around birth control in the month of April. If you have an independent business and you want to make something happen with it, you want to launch a new product, you want to upscale, up leverage, up level it, this is excellent. Your 5th house is your entrepreneurial house. Venus is going to say women can support that, or financial gain will happen in your entrepreneurial endeavors. You just will have a lot of luck too regarding finances and money when Venus goes through your 5th house, but lucky money breaks, nothing you planned. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. So you're going to have this experience of Venus from April the 5th through to the 2nd of May, going through your house of real estate and home. This expand the goodness and joy and pleasure and fun and play you're having in your domestic and private life. This could be friends coming over, parties, celebration, toasts and champagne, having fun, having more sex at home, love at home, romance at home, that kind of thing. If you are looking to decorate your home, improve your home, make it more beautiful, this is so perfect. Venus going through here, refined, exalted taste. It makes your home a temple. She would help you, Jupiter, to expand your home in a beautiful way, add a bedroom, add a room, decorate a room, expand the home, that kind of thing. And finally, there's like a sense here with Venus in your 4th house of real estate that you could purchase real estate, because Jupiter, opportunity, Venus, the money and the beauty, and this is the real estate house. So some of you Sagittarius rising especially, but sun and moon derivatively may come into an opportunity with Jupiter, the Lord of your ascendant, in the 4th house, and Venus benefic exalted, to buy your dream home. It's that simple. Or move to your dream home if you don't buy your dream home. Okay. Or sell your home for the dream price. Sell some land that you wanted to sell for the dream price. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising sign. Venus is moving through your Venus is moving through your Piscean 3rd house from April the 5th to the 2nd of May, where she will encounter Jupiter and Neptune and do a bunch of other things. And I would say to you, I think I forgot the Uranus piece for the last sign, but I'm going to leave that out for now. I would say to you that you can find this time really lovely, Capricorn, regarding your relationship to your extended family, especially your siblings, even your aunts, uncles, and cousins. You could be having fun visiting them, traveling to see them. They're coming to see you. There's harmony and love and, connection in those relationships that you have. And if they've been missing, they're coming back at this time. Venus can also support you to enjoy your local neighborhood more, go to some coffee shops and pubs and have fun in your hood, just have pleasure and enjoyment in your local neighborhood. And with Jupiter here, expanding everything, it's kind of all over the top, fun, big parties, super fun, enjoyment locally. I would say as well, if you want to take a trip, this is short trips and travel, it's usually not too far away. Or maybe to somewhere familiar that you traveled before, this is an ideal time for that travel. So April blesses travel for Capricorn rising, especially somewhat sun and moon. And so go for it. This is your time to take travel and really savor it and have some great enjoyment from it. I know a Capricorn rising who's meeting his wife somewhere on a trip during that time, and I think they'll have a beautiful time together. If you want to learn something, Jupiter is a god of learning and a house of skills-based learning. And along comes Venus, maybe from a woman, teacher, instructor, or guide. So it could be something like that in April, and that would be very luscious. The sextile to Uranus in the romance house, if you're taking that trip, it's definitely romantic. Uranus, so sudden jolts of energy in that house. Be careful not to get someone pregnant on a romantic getaway. Uranus in the 5th house could bring some unexpected developments regarding money, and it could be lucky. It also could, with this Venus 3rd, 5th house axis, be a bit of a jolting energy regarding something going on with one of your children, but ultimately positive because it's in a sextile to Venus and Neptune. And the whole gang there, and Jupiter as well, but mostly to Venus. So positive developments maybe with a female child that are surprising, but really good news or good developments. All right, moving on. Me, Aquarius, sun, moon, and I'm Aquarius rising. We have this energy of glorious yay in our 2nd house of money and earnings and possessions. This is definitely good for our money story. I can't tell you how relieved I am after paying so many taxes last year for the tax year that I lived in Montreal and being sticker shocked and having to dive into my savings to pay them. I definitely need to feel that sort of splurge that Venus can bring in my 2nd house of some glorious uptick in money. I will be promoting a course in April that I'll be teaching probably in mid-May or June. Maybe that'll help. I'm excited about that course, but I'm also developing something else, an app. So either one of those things could be what's bringing this lovely energy into my life. But for each of us, Aquarius is just understand that Aquarius rising, especially sun and moon as well, this is a positive money development. And Venus has not been this enchanted and 4-leaf clovered out since 1856 because she's got that Neptune contact as well. Jupiter is trying to expand money here. He was invisible for quite a long time and not able to really pull it off. There was that problem as he was coming up from underneath the beams of the sun. Now he's visible again. Now Venus is here helping out. And this is beautiful for our financial gain in some fundamentally prosperous and good way. Women can benefit us in our finances as well, of course, and we may sell a possession that's Venusian, a piece of jewelry, a vintage or antique or something gorgeous and beautiful piece of art that also could highlight some more financial prosperity in our sky Aquarians, or take possession of such a beautiful thing as well. Now, Uranus is jolting, bolting, and sizzling mid-month around the 17th from the house of home and real estate. For some of you, it's an opportunity coming up for you in the month of April to find a new home, to buy a new home, to sell a new home. Money and home are connected. I would say a lot of you will find a new place to live. I don't know if you'll move in April. You may hear about it. you may sign a lease for a new place that won't be available right away. You may give your landlord notice, stuff like that. But this could be really prosperous and new directions around home. Either it's a great deal and you save a lot of money, or it's that you have the money to go to this beautiful new home. So home and prosperity and abundance and change in a positive way are all connected. And if you do business from home on the internet, like I do, and Uranus is in your fourth house, like it is for Aquariuses, then this could be something you're doing online. It's going to bring you great prosperity in the month of April, because we do the online Uranus thing, Aquarius, from home. Last but not least, Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. You've got this energy of Venus moving in your first house of your body and your identity. You're going to feel April 5th to the 2nd of May, beautiful, more lovely, more lovable, more charismatic, more persuasive, and more joyful. And this is a nice transit. Now, this is going to also be Jupiter helping expand that feeling, and then a sense of maybe just coming to a sense of a deeper self-love of, who you are and what you're up to in the world, and just feeling good about yourself. Venus does that when she goes through the first house. No matter else what chaos is going on in the world, that self-love vibe picks up a lot of momentum during her transit through your first. You may beautify yourself, get a new haircut, get a mani, get a pedi, if you're a guy, whatever you guys are doing, get a good man grooming or something. But you're going to find you really want to look better and feel better all at once, and all the opportunities show up to do that in a very beautiful way. And I think that with that sextile from Uranus in your third house, a lot of this good feeling comes from local neighborhood or short trips and travel, and a sudden possibility around April 17th for a trip, to take an amazing trip, and or connect to a sibling or aunt, uncle, or cousin in a new way, and or to find something to do with learning something and it's exciting to you and it makes you feel excited and good about yourself, because skills-based learning is that third house as well. And if it is a trip, Uranus, Venus, this is a trip that has to do with feeling like beautiful or feeling popular or feeling like you love yourself. So, I don't know what that kind of trip would look like, but you'll see what I mean. All right. So everyone, thanks for listening. Please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'm recording this. If I don't re-record it because of my skippy internet, on April the 3rd, and it's the end of my long work day. And I just put earrings on and lipstick on to honor Venus. It's been a day of low-key clients and classes I've been teaching. And on a Sunday, April the 3rd, the day before my birthday, I'm taking tomorrow off. Yay, I'm not work on Mondays anyway. Moon days, Mondays, and Jupiter days, Thursdays are my 2 days off, my clients and my work. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to hit the bell and sign up for my newsletter. Thank you, everyone.